Hi, Guive.
Hi.
We're here with Guive Balooch. He's a Global Vice President from L'Oreal. Nice to meet you here.
Nice.
One question. Large companies of consumer goods are often accused of not being so ecological. What can you say to your people who criticize you? What do you do better than others?
Well, you know, I think I can speak for L'Oreal and tell you that it's incredible the amount of commitment that we have made in the organization on all levels, from research to science to technology to the brands, to really develop a sustainable future for beauty. I mean, we have some huge commitments today for our beauty, which is, you know, we want to have renewable resources, renewable energy and water. We have projects around building plastic-free packaging for the group, to a point where there will be almost no plastic in our products in the next 5 to 10 years. We have, you know, really trying to use sustainability to propel us in innovation, and we're a group that has been founded 110 years ago by a scientist. So I think what makes us very unique in L'Oreal is that we have this fundamental belief that the center of our future and for our consumers always innovating, and that comes from the DNA of the company. So we have, you know, all kinds of teams that are working on sustainability, from design to green chemistry to my team, which is really focused on the tech aspect, and this idea of trying to bring new experiences that can still delight our consumers but use less resources for the world. So I think we have a very unique take when it comes to our sustainability.
And how do you make people with marketing recognize your ambitions?
Well, you know, there's always I come from the R&D team, so we always have to kind of have conversations with marketing about, you know, how we will embed technology with the best advertising, the best go-to-market. But fundamentally, I think that it's our responsibility to not just innovate on sustainable tech, but to find a way to make experiences and services that people will desire on top of the fact that it helps the world. And if we can do the two, then the marketers are very interested and excited to bring it into the world. So I think, you know, we have to take an angle of both the consumer as well as what we do for our commitments, and then use marketing as really a partner to bring that to people in a way that they can have a great experience. So yeah.
In those times, you see a lot of small, sustainable cosmetic brands coming up and growing fast, and people believe in their ambitions. How do you position against those small brands?
Well, you know, I think it's good that there are lots of startups and small brands today pushing towards a sustainable beauty and a sustainable cosmetics. And I think that's a good competition to have. It's a good thing to have that. That being said, I think one of the benefits of being in the #1 beauty company in the world with such a strong investment in research is we have no compromise when it comes to the performance and quality of our product. So I'm not saying anything, you know, negative about small companies. I'm saying more on my viewpoint, which is that we try to develop sustainable tech, but not reducing the effectiveness of a product and not reducing the quality of the product when it comes to, you know, microbiology tests and all the kinds of things that a L'Oreal type of company really looks at. So I think we have to be inspired by the small companies and hopefully also inspire them as to the way we try to innovate and bring a level of performance on the product which is not compromised even in a sustainable way.
Okay. You were just talking about packaging. You see that packaging in the cosmetics industry uses a lot of single-use plastics. And the packaging is becoming more and more sophisticated, which uses even more plastics. How can packaging in the future be sustainable but also attractive?
Well, I think it's a brilliant question, and I think the answer goes to very much about not compromising the design aspect of packaging. See, there's a pleasure in consumers have with opening that box of a product and touching and feeling the packaging and looking at it, and it being in your bathroom or being in your makeup area or being in your, you know, skincare closet. And so what we try and do is when we approach the sustainability aspect is not compromise the way the product looks and feels. And that's an easy thing to say, but a very big challenging topic. So we have enormous commitments around the sustainable aspects of what we do that we will reach, but we also want to make sure that we are on the front edge when it comes to new materials, when it comes to new coatings that allow us to have almost the similar, if not better, look and feel of a product while it's sustainable. And on top of that, we're doing all kinds of things when it comes to being able to get people to refill products, and this kind of consumer experience of getting a bottle that then can be refilled with a much more sustainable packaging is something we see much higher adoption rates of as well, which can also continue to keep the beauty of the packaging experience, but bring that kind of sustainable renewal of your product.
Okay, thank you very much.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.